here in the bottom of the 16th. It's late for everybody. The pitch. That should win it. Line drive. Caught by Blackman. Throw to the plate. Cubs win! The longest game in Chicago Cubs history is finally over. From the friendly confines of Wrigley Field, we're set for Chicago Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet. And after a 6-hour, 27-minute marathon, the Cubs go for their third straight win as they take on the Colorado Rockies. Great to have you with us alongside Jim DeShays. I'm Len Casper. What you got, partner? Where do we start?
Here's where we start. You know those movies where the guy has the gun and he fires all the bullets and he's out of bullets and he throws the gun? That's what last night's game was for Ricky Renteria. He fired all his bullets. He was left with the gun. John Baker, his backup catcher, forced into the game to pitch. He had a nice heater throwing about 76 miles an hour over the outside corner. Got a big double play. He was having a blast out there. Leads off the inning, draws a walk, and ultimately scores the winning run on a sacrifice fly from Starlin Castro. I guarantee you that's the fastest 90-foot sprint in John Baker's life.
And it certainly was memorable. It was the longest game in franchise history, time-wise, for both clubs. The Rockies were held scoreless in their last 15 innings, including 12 shutout frames dealt by the Cubs bullpen, over 550 pitches. This is the kind of game that will last a while in terms of affecting a roster, both teams making roster moves today. So coming up tonight, it'll be a couple of left-handers, Brett Anderson and Travis Wood. It goes without saying the managers need innings out of these guys.
Yeah, and these guys need to be good or else their ERA is going to take a hurting because they're going to be left in there for a while, you would have to assume. Brett Anderson has only made 6 starts this year. He had a broken finger. He's come back. He's pitched well, 2 starts since the break, 1-0 with a low ERA. Travis Wood hasn't won since June 15th. He has really scuffled. He's been good against the Rockies in his career.
So the Cubs look for their third straight win, 4-4 through 8 on this homestand. Travis Wood needs a good one tonight. Hit his 3rd career homer in his last start, and they would love to have some offense from the 9th spot as well. Rockies and Cubs are next.
Area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all. AT&T Uverse. Find out what's possible with AT&T. Call 1-800-PIG-ATT. Mobilizing your world. Ford. Check out America's freshest lineup at your local Ford store or at localfordstores.com. And by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Mild temperatures, a little bit on the cool side as we get into the Rockies Southwest Starting lineup, Charlie Blackmon in right. He was terrific defensively. 2 huge catches in the ballgame. DJ LeMahieu plays second. Nolan Arenado, Justin Morneau back off the DL last night. Drew Stubbs in center. It's Michael McHenry after Willeen Rosario caught the whole ball game. Brandon Barnes in left, Charlie Culberson at short, and the pitcher Brett Anderson.
Cubs defensively brought to you by Kia. Coghlan, Lake, Sweeney, left, center, right. Around the horn we go Valbuena, Castro, Alcantara, and Rizzo. John Baker behind the plate. Lexus starting pitcher will be Travis Wood.
Neither team took batting practice. Cubs were told to just beat the ballpark by 5, which is really late for a night game. But after being here all night and into the wee hours of the morning, Cubs felt it was better just for everybody to get their rest.
Show and go.
Swing and a miss. Very quickly 0-2 on Blackmon. No Cargo tonight. Carlos Gonzalez available to pinch hit, but he's got a sore ankle. Left knee barking a little bit as well.
Yeah, he's been scuffling. And he's not had success against Travis Wood in his career, so good time to give him a night off. But it's a frustrating time, no doubt, for Walt Weiss, the manager of the Rockies, to have to give a Cargo a night off. He's got Michael Kadire still on the DL. Same for Troy Tulowitzki. It's a banged up Rockies club.
Another 0-2 on the way, and it's hit foul back to the top of the screen.
And see Gonzalez having an off year. He's really struggled on the road, and that's kind of the storyline with the Rockies over the years. So much better at home than on the road, but he's kind of been immune to that to a certain extent, but not this year.
Foul tipped into the glove of pitcher turned catcher tonight, John Baker. We're gonna have some fun with that, aren't we? Here are your umpires. Will Little gets the plate. Jerry Davis, the crew chief, at first. Greg Gibson at second. Phil Cuzzi probably slept well last night. He's at third.
556, was that the total number of pitches in the ball game? Yeah.
Yeah.
16 innings crouching behind home plate.
In there for a strike on former Cub DJ LeMahieu.
There's no in between innings for the umpires. Nobody brings them a folding chair that they can sit on. Take a break.
Roster moves for both teams. Chris Russin replaces Blake Parker. And the Cubs roster, Bob Scahill is here. Christian Adames sent out for the Rockies. Cubs made a trade today as well with Boston. We'll get into all that stuff as we move along. Felix Doubront, a left-hander, has been acquired.
Travis Wood shaking to the changeup there. He used his changeup a fair bit last time out against the Cardinals, twice as much as he normally does. He's a guy who relies heavily on his cut fastball. Tried the changeup there, couldn't get a swing. But he's searching for answers right now. He's going through a real rough patch, and he's shown a willingness in recent starts to change the repertoire a little bit.
On the ground to the rookie Alcantara, and he'll throw to Rizzo in time. Emilio Bonifacio, still a Chicago Cub, but not in the lineup tonight. And there have been reports swirling that a few teams have an interest in the Cubs super utility guy. The deadline is tomorrow afternoon. So for now, he's out of the lineup, but he's still on the ball club.
Yeah, and we talked about it last night during the game. He had a heck of a night last night, almost hit for the cycle. He's the type of guy that a lot of clubs in a pennant race would have interest in because of his versatility. Plays a lot of different places on the field. He plays them all well. Switch hitter. Guy can come off the bench and steal a base for you.
One strike on Arenado. Make it 2.
Travis Wood trying to set an early tone here tonight. Working quickly, pounding the strike zone. Trying to change his 2014 storyline. Good start here tonight. 2 quick outs and now 2 quick strikes on Arenado.
Came back up and hit him for a foul ball. By the way, John Baker has announced he is available tonight if needed out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he said he may be a little stiff, but he could probably give Ricky an inning if he needs it.
He had about 5 or 6 great quotes after the game to reporters last night. Said he had to shake off Castillo a few times. They just weren't on the same page. Outside 1 and 2. A lot of texts and notes from friends around baseball. Somebody texted him that he was tipping his breaking pitch. He also said he was told he was slow to the plate. He said, I'm slide stepping and everything. And I said, yeah, but when you're throwing 76 miles an hour, it takes a little longer for the ball to get to the plate.
I have no option but to be slow to the plate.
2-2 is lined in the left. Coughlin will come over to cut it off. Arenado will slide in just ahead of the tag with a 2-out double. It'd be nice if Travis can keep them off the board here in the first inning. The Cubs have been outscored 13-2 in the opening inning. Boy, did he go down and get it.
That ball was going to bounce if he doesn't hit it.
13-2, the opposition outscoring the Cubs in the first inning on this homestand.
The Rockies put a 3 spot on the board in the first last night off Edwin Jackson. Edwin went 4. The bullpen went 12 scoreless.
"12 shutout innings by the bullpen." You have to go back to 1946 to find the last game in which the Cubs bullpen went 12 shutout innings. 12 1/3 at Boston against the Braves. It ended up being a 3-3 tie in 17 innings. Bullpen allowed 1 hit that particular day.
Wow. The last Cubs position player to earn a win, Fred Pfeffer in 1885.
Of course, I was right on the tip of my tongue last night. Yeah, the way Ed Hardig put it, the first Cubs true position player. Been guys who've done a few different things over the years, including pitch, but
yeah, back in the especially in the earlier days of baseball. Position players with a win since 1900 hasn't happened that often, but look how often it's happened in recent years. Chris Davis in 12, Wilson Valdez the year before that, Brett Maine, a catcher with the Rockies back in 2000, and then John Baker.
Might be something to it. I mean, it could just be random, but 3 of them since 2011, JD, might speak to the specialization of bullpens. Guys being burned in the 6th, 7th, 8th innings, maybe getting an out or 2.
Yeah, third of an inning there.
Stuck in the 15th.
Yep, absolutely.
Two on Morneau, just came off the DL last night. And he fouls. He doubled home a pair in the first inning.
You know, that the specialization and also the desire to protect arms, to just say on any given night, no, this guy, even though he's on our roster and he's a relief pitcher, there's no way he's going to pitch in the ball game tonight. He's unavailable. And whereas the Rockies used a starting pitcher at the end of the ball game last night, the Cubs did not want to do that. That's the other part of it too. Let's protect these arms.
Wada had pitched the night before. Hendricks, a guy you're not going to mess with. There's a base hit to left. Arenado being sent home. And Coghlan will not make a throw, so the Rockies get a first inning run tonight. 2-out rally, and it's 1-0.
Slider well off the plate, 84 miles an hour, and Morneau just punches it into left. Arenado, who had hustled his way to second base with a double, rounds third. Did he touch third base? That might be worth another look. He was kind of stumbling a little bit as he got to the bag. Nobody from the Cubs side made any noise, so I'm guessing he got it.
It'll bring up Drew Stubbs, the center fielder. OPS of over 1,000 at Coors Field, but in the 600s on the road.
Let's take a look at Arenado rounding third base, see if we can tell.
He got the corner.
And maybe got the inside corner.
Yep.
Yeah. Phil Cuzzy was on it. This inning really started well for Travis. When you're going through a tough stretch like he is, you know, the confidence has to be down, right? I mean, it's just human nature. You get beat up a little bit. You're an all-star last year, got an ERA above 5 so far this year. And then in between starts, you kind of build up a reservoir of confidence. You say, okay, this is going to be the night I turn it around. This is going to be the start of a good stretch for me. And then when you give it up early, you know, it starts to chip away at that confidence.
Former Cincinnati teammates matching up here. Wood wanted that one, but it's called low.
Yeah, a couple of pitches here to Stubbs look good. Second one for sure. Number 4 certainly could have been.
3-1 now. Full 3-2.
Stubbs has power, swings and misses a lot. Strikeout rate of 30%. League average is 19, 20, something like that.
.68 degrees. Very slight breeze out of the east. Another 3-2, a swing and a miss on a fastball to end the inning. But a 2-out double followed by an RBI single. It's the Rockies 1, and the Cubs are coming up. Denny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to JDRF. Rookie second baseman Arismendi Alcantara is that leadoff man. Chris Coghlan at bat second as we check out the Cubs Southwest starting lineup. Rizzo. Castro had the game-winning RBI. Kind of lost in the shuffle with all the John Baker hoopla. Luis Valbuena's at third. Junior Lake in center. Ryan Sweeney plays right. Couple of homers in that Cardinals series. And then Baker and Wood make up the Cubs battery.
Defense for the Rockies brought to you by Kia. Good speed in the outfield. Barnes, Stubbs, Blackman. Blackman made 2 outstanding plays last night.
Brett Anderson, that's his first ever pitch against the Cubs and here at Wrigley Field.
He is the Lexus starting pitcher for the Rockies here tonight. Works quickly. There's a lot of two-seam fastballs. Gets a lot of ground balls. 6 starts. Missed over 80 days because of a broken finger sustained while hitting a ground ball while batting off Matt Cain. It's just one of a series of injuries he has dealt with since he came to the big leagues. A promising rookie with the A's in 2009. He was 21 years of age when he came up. But he's had a heck of a time staying healthy.
He has. Tommy John surgery 3 years ago. Missed almost 4 months last year in his final year with the A's. The right foot stress fracture and then the broken finger this year. 3-1 on Alcantara. Shallow left and down for a base hit. Leadoff single. It supports JDRF courtesy Benny's Beverage Depot.
Fastball with some cutting action in on Alcantara. Good pitch. But a knock for Alcantara. Just lifts that lazy fly ball into shallow left field. And game on in terms of the running game for the Cubs here tonight. Michael McHenry, the catcher this evening for the Rockies, just not good at throwing out base runners. Now Anderson, the lefty on the mound, and he's quick to home plate. Changes the math a little bit. But McHenry this year, there have been 25 stolen bases in 27 tries with McHenry behind the plate.
You're right. He gets rid of it quickly. There's some of that slide step. And a foul strike on Chris Coghlan. Tyler Matsuk, the young left-hander who had to come in and pitch the 16th, took the loss last night. So he will be pushed back. And the Rockies are going to go with the left-hander Pedro Hernandez to start the ball game tomorrow. So that is the kind of night that absolutely has a lingering effect on both teams' pitching staffs.
Yep, Chris Coghlan having a heck of a month.
With his teammate Justin Ruggiano. Anthony Rizzo's had a nice month of July as well. Ball and 2 strikes. Rizzo's next. Fourth start since rejoining their rotation for Anderson. Hasn't given up a run in his last 9 1/3 innings, and a double play ball. Culberson, LeMahieu, Morneau.
Yeah, and really the whole key to the sequence is his quickness to home plate. That helps to shut down the running game, and he gets a lot of ground balls, and that ground ball turns into 2 quick outs. So that's going to be the challenge going forward for Ricky Renteria. Is he way back figuring, hey, we can't run him, this guy, he's too quick to home plate, or does he send some of his base runners, give him the green light, say, look, I know this guy's quick, but the guy behind the plate doesn't throw that well. Let's go ahead and force the action a little bit.
Yeah, Anderson's not Mark Burley in terms of how fast he is between pitches, but pretty close.
Yeah. We got the right pitchers after a 6-hour plus ball game with he and Wood.
Sure, working with a new catcher is an adjustment for the backstop for a guy like Brett Anderson. Well, if you're back there, you better be ready to put those fingers down. He wants to go, go, go.
Yeah, and as long as he's making good pitches, you don't slow him down. If he starts to struggle a little bit, then it's the catcher's job to say, easy now, easy, big fella. Slow it down, step back, take a breather.
Pulled that one. Well, guys like Anderson and Burley and even Travis Wood to an extent, and it's almost like there's a magnet on that pitching rubber. It's like their feet are just drawn to it. There are certain guys, it's like almost the last place they want to be.
Right, and you know, I think it's the body language, the approach, it matters.
Base hit to extend the inning, so the Cubs trying to do what the Rockies did in their half of the first. Rally here with 2 outs.
And I'm not saying you can't take a lot of time between pitches and be a successful big league pitcher. As Rizzo goes down and gets this fastball, this is what, 13 out of 14 is it safely in, 14 out of 15, something like that. And again, doing good work against a left-handed pitcher. Nolan Ryan wasn't particularly quick in between pitches. It worked out okay for him. But I just think it sets a tone for yourself. You work quickly, and it tells you, I'm on the attack. I trust my stuff. I'm going to pound the strike zone. And sometimes you can catch the opposing hitters on their heels a little bit when you work so quickly. Don't give them time to recalibrate and settle in the batter's box. Try to guess along with you.
Well, I'd also like to see, I have not seen a study as Castro swings and misses, but I'm sure somebody could do it. Guys who quote work quickly and guys who are on the opposite end of that, and how many errors are made behind them. Anecdotally, it would seem guys who work faster keep their defense engaged. Swing and a miss to end the inning. A hit, no runs. Actually, 2 hits, no runs. 1-0 Rockies after an inning. The series finale at 1:20. Tickets are still available in all levels. Visit Cubs.com for your tickets today. Is it rock and roll high school? It's the end of the 70s. It's the end of the century, I believe was the lyric. The Ramones.
I'll trust you.
Okay. Rock and roll radio, maybe it was. Yeah. One of the tunes with rock and roll in it. Inside on the backup catcher, Michael McHenry.
Yeah, once a game gets into about the 12th inning, the backups know, well, I'll be starting tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think John Baker got the start because he got the win on the mound. It's because Wellington Castillo caught for 6.5 hours.
He was probably squatting when he woke up this morning. Laying in bed in a squat position. Hopped like a frog out to the kitchen to make a pot of coffee.
So McHenry has been hot at the plate as of late.
Well, he was out working. He and Baker were out. There was no BP today, so during that time they were out working with the pitching machine, catching pop-ups behind home plate.
It's about the only on-field work that was done today, as McHenry stays hot. Leadoff single for him. We will bring up Brandon Barnes, who's playing left.